So we're back in the garage. I'm Steve Baxter. Thanks again for joining me. I've been away for a couple of weeks. Just got back from a trip with the fam to Canada. Flew into Calgary, took in the Rockies and then went further inland or out towards Vancouver and stayed in Kelowna. Had a whale of a time, couple of weeks. Sadly been away from biking for most of that. But I thought what I'd do is share with you a couple of photos and images and a bit of video streaming that I took in Canada, because the scenery was breathtaking. It's amazing. If you've not been to the Rocky Mountains and had a chance to have a look around, then it's really worth going. I mean, from Lake Louise, both the lake itself, the ski resort and the amazing scenery there, to Banff and Banff Spring, there's springs there, the River Bow and the amazing waterfalls. Even the Banff Springs Hotel and the golf course, just amazing. Through to Canmore, which was a lovely place where we stayed. And just driving along and seeing these amazing mountains in front of you, to the side of you, in your rear view mirror, seeing the amazing breathtaking lakes, and walking on a glacier at the Columbia ice fields. It was just been a great trip. Then we went further inland to Kelowna, did a bit of mountain biking there, not a great deal, just a day, at a place called Myra Canyon. Was lucky enough to hook up with a guy who hired a Cannondale hitch for me, which was a great bike, a 650B mountain bike. First time I'd ridden a 650B, first time I'd ridden a mountain bike with a dropper post, and first time I'd ridden a 111 gear setup, and all three were amazing. I mean, that was a great bike. Found it really responsive, full carbon frame mountain bike, really responsive, quick to accelerate, amazingly sure-footed downhill, and an absolute hoot to ride. Thought the 111 might be a bit of a problem, but actually it seemed to have a ratio for every scenario that I needed a ratio for, so it's brilliant. I've just got back yesterday, managed to have my first ride today, went out on the Canyon Aeroad and was a bit tentative, hadn't ridden in anger for a couple of weeks. Yes, I'd done a bit in hotel gyms. Yes, I'd done a little bit of mountain biking, which I enjoyed, kept the legs spinning. Done a bit of swimming, managed to hook up with a 50-metre Olympic-sized swimming pool while I was in Kelowna, which was amazing. But today was my first ride, managed to sneak out with the canyon, and wow, it was incredible. I was really nervous. Are my legs going to be stiff? Is my back going to be stiff? Just flown long haul, arrived yesterday. I put on 2.5 kilos, so was I going to be slow uphill? Was I going to be lacking power? And whether it's the canyon or the fact that I've had a couple of weeks off riding and doing the kind of training that I've normally been doing, it was amazing. I had nothing to worry about. The bike was brilliant. It was responsive. It felt quick. I didn't even have to pump the tyres up. They were fully pumped after 2 weeks. And all I did was swap over the cadence meter from the Boardman, whacked the Garmin on the Garmin mount, and off I went this morning. Did 27 miles, 25 miles averaged over 20 miles an hour. Really pleased with that. I wouldn't have normally averaged that. I got loads of PBs, 23 PBs overall. Did dip below 20 miles an hour as I came into the final few miles, which is largely uphill as I come back into the village where I live, and ended up with 19.8. But wow. The canyon was brilliant. Initially, it felt a little bit razor sharp because the only thing I'd ridden on holiday was either a bike in a, was a bike in a hotel, one of these Life Fitness machines, or there was a Le Monde spinning bike in another hotel I stayed in, and this Cannondale hitch mountain bike. So I got on the canyon. It felt a bit razor sharp at first, but once I'd acclimatised myself to the bike, it felt amazing. Again, it just accelerated exactly when I wanted. Hardly had to use the brakes, I must be honest, but when I did need to use them, yes, it brakes. Yes, the disc brakes do work. I tell you, it just felt quick today. Maybe I've got more power in the legs from not having ridden, but without being particularly aero, found myself doing 26, 27 miles an hour without really pushing as hard as I'd expected. And then the climbs with that extra 2.5 kilos, how was I going to cope with that? Well, I needn't have worried. So I shot up most of the climbs, got loads of PBs on climbs again today. So absolutely chuffed to bits, chuffed. Good 2-week break, loved Canada once again, loved the Rockies, loved Kelowna, and yes, I'm glad to be back because obviously I can get stuck in with work and back into riding, but all that, those nerves about how am I going to get on, am I going to be stiff out of practice, nothing to worry about. It was great, good ride, the canyon is amazing, and if you haven't already got one and you're thinking about it, just go and get it. It's a great bike. So please subscribe. Do slam me a like if you like. Slam me a dislike if you don't. And once again, many thanks for watching.